My name is Butterworth-Hayes. I'm the editorial director of Unmanned Publications. We publish urban air mobility news, unmanned airspace, global AAM, UAM market map. And thank you for inviting me here. And thank you, Daryl, for doing a fantastic job of actually doing what I'm supposed to do. So this gives me an opportunity to perhaps dive a little bit deeper into what's happening in the UK and bring out some of the things which we are going through in a country which will have a wider repercussion for the industry. So this is an opportunity which I'm not going to miss. So as we know, the two great milestones in our industry will be in the drone space, the start of widespread beyond visual line of sight commercial operations at scale in cities, and um, and in the passenger carrying eVTOL area, the type certification of eVTOLs and the start of commercial operations. And in the UK, we are making, I'd say, very slow but steady progress towards these goals. My forecast is that for 2027, we're going to be starting the widespread BVLOS drone operations. And in 2028 or 2029, the start of commercial eVTOL operations. This is a bit slower than elsewhere. And we've had a few important milestones in this area over the last few months, which Daryl has highlighted before me. So that's a couple of interesting social and political points I'd like to pick up. Leaving the European Union has given us both the advantages and disadvantages. So on the one hand, we've been able to pick and choose the best regulatory approaches from the EU and the USA, but we don't have the same advantages of scale and resources as can be found elsewhere. So we've been relatively slow in progressing from one-off trials to proper commercialization. The regulatory environment is extremely complex because of this, but we have to thank the British Standard Institutes, who a couple of days ago published its Future Flight Systems report, which makes sense of it all. And this is really a must for anyone wanting to do AAM business in the UK. I've got a link to that at the bottom of the BSI Group report. It really is extremely good. The one word which you are not allowed to mention in the UK in advanced air mobility is pizzas. And we have prioritized almost exclusively the transport of medical supplies in the drone space, which is a great use case, but it's not a great business case. So one of the hurdles that we have will be moving away from the issue of popular supply of medical goods to moving to pizzas, and that's going to be a huge leap for us. Public sentiments, we haven't done a lot for that, but this is an opportunity for me to highlight the work that one of our next speakers is doing, and that's Maria Tarabanowska from Flight Crowd, and she is really one of the pioneers in this industry, and I urge you to hang around and wait to what she has to say. It's going to be great. A couple of upcoming events. They are what they are. So the outlook, well, these speak for themselves, really. Our biggest challenge, I think, things we haven't spoken about here yet, is the role of local authorities, the non-aviation stakeholders in UAM. Building an operational vertiport in a city centre will require addressing over 80 bylaws and building regulations. And in the UK, this will be a complete nightmare. And clearly the best job in advanced air mobility at the moment is being a lawyer. Luckily, we have many underused airfields throughout the country, as Daryl has pointed out, and I expect that eVTOL operations in the UK will be predominantly based there rather than urban centres. This is my project. I'm very proud of it. It's called AAM for Gov. It's UKRI funded, so everything here is free. It's an educational website which connects the drone and local authority communities. So it teaches local authorities about why they should adopt drones and eVTOLs, and it teaches the advanced air mobility industry about how to work with the local authorities. And this is something which has been entirely overlooked so far. So everybody wants to start urban services, but very few people know actually how local authorities work, who makes the decisions, what the bylaws are, what the restrictions are, how they work with the aviation regulatory authority, who owns the airspace, who owns the properties. All this is incredibly complex, and we've wanted to do a little bit of work on that. So to teach or to educate eVTOL and drone operators how to actually start working with the local authorities. So this is something which is quite new and quite exciting. Everything is free. We are looking to internationalize it. So we're looking for partners to take this from the UK and widen it and make it an educational resource that everybody can use for free. So that's it. Thank you very much indeed. Thanks for the Institute. Thanks for Daryl, a good friend whose opinions I agree 99% with, and it's been a fantastic opportunity to give our view of the UK. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Phil. Really appreciate it. A lot going on there. It's pretty exciting. I will announce